Good evening, everyone. I'm your host here. Welcome to A Foreign Affair Monday night webcast. I'm Joe. I'm accompanied by the lovely Dina. Hello, Dina.
Hello, guys. Good evening. How are you? So my name is Dina, and me and Joe tonight going to answer your questions about international dating and marriage again.
Oh yes, again.
Once again.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I actually just returned from a tour in Ukraine. We did Kiev and Kharkov, and then Odessa and Nikolaev. Okay, and we're going to have a couple of interviews from that tour. But I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about a certain couple that was on a tour with me a couple of years back. His name was David and his wife, lovely wife Nina. Well, I was able to finally capture that interview, and it's a hell of an interview. You know, guys, nothing in this world is perfect. We all know that, but you know, there are times when all the planets are aligned, and things really do happen. And when you see this interview, it's really going to touch your heart. It really is. And we have a small snippet. We only have a little synopsis of the actual interview, but there is a link on the website. So if you want to view the entire interview, you can actually do that. So.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that video, and a lot of people cried after they watched that. So I'm ready, guys. I have a tissue.
You got your tissue?
So yes. All right, let's take a look.
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look at that. You know, your story. Probably one of the most interesting stories a foreign affair has ever experienced. Your story, probably one of the most interesting stories a foreign affair has ever experienced.
Well, you know, it definitely isn't what I expected. Even with my wife, we would just see these people from all over the world that are willing to change their life, never thinking that someday I'm going to actually go on a tour, you know,
Right.
because she wouldn't be with me anymore. But ultimately, she passed away from cancer 5 months after my daughter passed away from cancer. To put it mildly, was pretty devastated. I didn't want to do anything. I remember telling my children that I really just didn't care anymore. About a year later, my daughter came home and said, I need to get up out of the chair and go someplace. She goes, you know, take a trip, travel, go do something. I mean, I could just go to travel and well, be a tourist. And at the same time, maybe, you know, interact with some people again. To coin a phrase, get out there. I looked at the site, I saw there was a tour coming up and said, why not? I booked the tour right away, joined the site, and it was great. Then we came to social in Kiev. I mean, I had 23-year-olds coming up to me, beautiful women, don't get me wrong. I mean, oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. You know, I wasn't really interested in dating or anything, but you know, it was somewhat uncomfortable for me because that wasn't really what I was there for. I was not interested in going to another social, so you kept telling, no, just go, just go. When it came time to go to the social, I wandered on over to the club, and I walked in, and I'll never forget it. There was this woman sitting at the corner of a dance floor in the booth, sitting on the end. And I felt like a 15-year-old boy in high school that had a crush on some girl. I hate to say cliches, but I mean, stopped me in my tracks. And then I remember saying, look at her eyes. She's gone through something like what I've gone through. It was like my wife and God brought us together. I knew what was happening in her life before I even said hello to her. I just had this uncontrollable feeling for her that if I can do anything in my life to make this woman happy, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, like I said, guys, you got to watch that entire interview because it's an amazing story, absolutely amazing. So anyway, just before we start the show tonight, I'm just going to go over a couple of things. We do have a seminar coming up right here in Phoenix. It's going to be this Saturday, right here at the Foreign Affairs office, and it's going to be a real treat because not only is John Adams going to be here, but Dina's going to be here.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
Anna's going to be here. And yours truly. Yes, that's right. It's true. It's true. I'm going to be here as well. So, you know, if you want some autographs, you know, we're happy to sign them for you.
Yes, guys, this event you don't want to miss. So first of all, you're going to meet us, of course. Then we're going to have free food for you guys, right?
Going to be food there, really?
Yes.
Oh, I won't have to eat. Thank
Yes.
God.
And we're going to, yes, we're going to talk about offline dating with you guys, not about right dating, but about real stuff, how to meet person to person. And we're going to talk about what to expect during the tour. And
Yes. Very
all
important.
about that stuff, and we'll have fun. So welcome to Phoenix.
And not to mention some pretty good incentives too to be there. So
Yes, and we're going to have a special discounts. Only you can have that only when you come to seminar. Special discounts on the tour, only
Exactly.
at seminar.
right.
So it's not too late to make reservation. Just call our office, and we will sign you in.
Exactly. Yep. So also we got some tours coming up this month on the 24th. We have Peru. Still some seats available on that tour, guys. Okay. I haven't been to Peru. Hear a lot of good things about it. And on the 31st, Cartagena, Colombia, which I actually do want to go to.
Me too.
Do you? That's on the 31st. And then China on the 21st of next month, November. And then on the same, at the same time, November 21st, there's going to be another tour to Ukraine, which is a two-city tour to Kiev and to Odessa. So if you're thinking about, guys, I keep on saying this, John keeps on saying it, Dina keeps on saying it, Anna keeps on saying it, we all keep on saying it. Don't procrastinate anymore. I'm telling you, this tour, this last tour that I just did, I had so many guys come up to me telling me that, Joe, I've been looking at the site for X amount of years, and I wasted all those years because I could have gone over and you know, a lot earlier and done this a lot sooner. So you know, do yourself a favor. It'll be one trip you'll never forget. Okay. So we got some questions to go over. Dave, actually the guy you just saw in the interview, David, he is online. Hey Dave, hope you're doing well. All right, so I'll let you go on the first question.
So
there,
first
Dina.
question from David, Orlando, Florida. I am 36 years old, health professional. What would I expect for age elasticity for tail end? I was hoping to focus on the 37-47 age range. Am I unrealistic? I have gone on a crane tour with Bud. It was outstanding in every aspect of the things that were under the control of AFA staff.
So he wants to go to Thailand.
So, yes, I think in Thailand is like anywhere else. If it's more than a 20-year age difference, so you have to be careful and make sure all the elements of a strong relationship are there, like things in common, chemistry, similar lifestyles, like anywhere else.
Exactly. I think the only place that you can actually go to and to push that 20-year age gap would probably be the Philippines.
Yeah.
You know. But even there, you got to also be realistic.
You have to, be realistic and careful and make sure it's chemistry there.
Yeah. But David, from the age range that you're putting down here, you're being very realistic. So you wouldn't have any problems.
20 years, little bit, but yes, that's in every country. It's okay. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, Richard Faith says, "Good evening, Joe and Dina."
Good evening, Richard. And also, Mike Kissick said good evening. Good evening. Let's see. And David said, hi, Joe.
Tom. It says here, how often does a guy need to go back to Ukraine to qualify for a K1 with a woman? You know, I would say, one time, I've seen guys get approved for K1s after one visit. Yeah, you know, they've gone out with the woman a lot more than one time, but on one visit they've seen the girl multiple times, taken multiple photos on multiple days. So those are really important. You got to make sure you keep the photos, keep your receipts. that sort of thing. But
yeah,
I don't think
met-
there's any sort of.
Yeah, I met my husband in St. Petersburg, Russia, for somebody who doesn't know me. So, and he went there like 4 times before we applied for a fiancé visa. And we keep all our pictures, letters, everything we brought to embassy to prove our relationship. So, yes, I think couple times at least you should go there just to make pictures and get some proof for our embassy.
Oh, definitely.
So that they can
yeah.
see it's a real relationship.
Good question, Earl. I'll let you take the next one there.
Let's see what goes from
That's
this.
it.
From Bill, how hard is it to get around Ukraine if I don't speak that language?
It depends on what do you mean by getting around, Bill. I mean, if you're thinking of getting around the entire country or you're just thinking about getting around town, getting around town, I do it fairly easily, and I don't speak the language, so, you know, but I know exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, it would, if you can actually, you know, tell us a little bit more information on what do you mean by getting around, if you're planning on getting around
Yeah, I
the
think,
town.
yeah, he just want to walk around.
You just
every
walk
town.
around?
I think if it's Kiev or Odessa, it's tourist city, but it will be no problem at all. Right?
They're used
All
to,
staff
they're
speak
very
English.
used to foreigners, definitely. Yeah. There's that one. That one's mine. All right. From Michael, those women are very beautiful. If I was there, my face would be very red from shyness. I am shy to approach a woman in general. My chances are slim to none. No, Michael, your chances are not slim to none. There's a lot of guys that are in the same boat as you. Very shy. You know, they find it hard to approach especially a very beautiful woman. You know, we do give you some pointers. We tell you how to break the ice. There are ways to do it, and trust me, after 1 or 2, 3 women, you'll be a professional as well. So don't think that your chances are going to be slim to none. Wouldn't you say that? What do you think if a shy guy came up to you?
So I think he'll be shy maybe first minute. So when he see all the beautiful girls who is really nice and friendly,
Yeah.
you know,
And the thing about
they
it,
want to meet you.
they
wanna
exactly
talk to you.
they're there to meet you. They're not there just to party. They want to meet you. So that makes it a lot easier than it is here. I fully understand, you know, you're being a little reserved about, you know, approaching women here. You're a little bit shy. You don't want to be rejected. None of us do. But over there, it's completely different. The women are there. They want to meet you. They want you to approach them. They want you to talk to them. They want you to dance with them, if you dance.
Yes.
If you don't, it's okay.
Yes, guys, that's why they're there, to meet
Exactly.
you. So that's they're not going to party there. They're going there to meet you guys. So that's not going to be. I don't think
It's going to be
shy.
no problem whatsoever, Michael.
So from Michael, how about coming to New York City area? We are not on the West Coast, you know. Lol. LOL.
I believe AFA
Yes.
does do seminars there. Yeah,
All the
2
time. We
seminars.
already did 2 seminars there, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're going there again.
Exactly.
Pretty soon.
Yep. Just look at the website. On the front page, the home page, just scroll down, you'll see the seminars, all the upcoming seminars. Or you can call the office and they'll let you know what's coming up.
So
Yeah. In fact, we're going to be going to Chicago next month, so that's pretty close to New York. Do you want me to read this
Yeah.
one? From Nathan. Hey guys, this is Nathan from Texas. I was on the past September tour. Yes, you were, Nathan. And I want to return to Ukraine for the 7 to 8 day tour in April. Good man, Nathan. Yes, I'll be doing that tour, Nathan. From the 2nd to the 18th. How many days are we going to be in each city? Also, want to meet some ladies in Mariupol. Is there an AFA office there? No, Nathan, no AFA office in Mariupol. Mariupol was, you know what's going on on the coast of, on the east coast of Ukraine. A lot of trouble, a little bit of fighting going on, but it kind of started in Mariupol. It didn't stay there. It went up to Donetsk and Lugansk, but we still don't go to Mariupol. Now, Mariupol is not closed off. It's not held by the separatists or anything like that. So you are able to go there. Would I advise it? Probably not. It's just too close to the action. And as far as staying on each, in which you were on the last tour, we stay in, the tours go the same way each time. Okay, guys? We start the tour on the Thursday. On the Sunday, we go to the next tour. Usually stay there for 3 or 4 days. Then we go back to the original city. Okay? So that should give you some idea. And yeah, that tour is going to be great because it goes down to my favorite two cities, Dnipro.
Why is that? Why do you like that city? It's more than Kiev.
I just like
beautiful
Dnipro
girls.
and oh, there's beautiful girls everywhere in Ukraine.
Right.
No, it's just
more beautiful girls, right?
I just like the feel of the city. It feels like a small town, but yet it's a very big city. Dnipro is the 4th largest city in Ukraine. Lots of history there, but I guess it's the road less traveled. I kind of like the feeling of, not running into, to an American every now and then.
Okay, from David. Free food Joe is in. I like the clip. It really works if you want it to. Believe me.
Yes, that was from David, the guy that was in the interview.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. And those words could never be truer. It really will work if you want it to. But guys, we say it here all the time. We say it in the orientation. Your expectations have to be realistic. They really do. If your expectations are realistic, you're going over there with the right attitude, you can be successful. You really can. But when you're going over there thinking I'm a 50-year-old guy and I want to date a 19-year-old, could you meet a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old? Sure. Are the chances of it actually working? A little bit, your chances go down, especially when you're really spreading out that 20-year age gap by a lot. 30 years, really.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's what I mean by realistic, guys. I don't. Good question. I wouldn't even know that one.
Can you recommend a shipping company that ships your latest animal to the U.S.?
Wow, that's a good question.
Animal?
Yeah, Neil, I'll tell you what. Call the AFA office because I'm telling you,
You mean cat or dog?
A cat or a dog?
Animal.
Yeah. What animal did you think? Like a wild bobcat or something?
Yeah, I thought maybe like that. So she can take it on a plane with her. Actually, if it's fit under her seat, I mean, how big is that? So if it's fit under her seat,
they take all sizes now on planes. So yeah, why
I think
not?
there'll be no problem.
But I think
she
would
doesn't
it would
wanna
have to go through quarantine though. That's the only thing when it gets here.
Have to do shots and everything.
Yeah, it would have to go through quarantine.
That's very nice of you that you're thinking about her animal because. Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah, like I said, guys, at the beginning, we do have a few different testimonials and interviews that I did on this last tour. One of the interviews I did was with a woman named Marina. Marina does translating for us. She also is actually a fantastic singer. She does this. She'll do the she'll sing during the Kharkov social. She's incredible singer. So I did a small interview with her. So let's take a look at that.
Hello?
How you doing, Marina?
Oh, great.
Great. No, I want to thank you for agreeing to this interview,
My pleasure.
because if anyone's a professional, it's you.
Thanks so much.
You've
I
been
bet.
you've been working in industry like this for how long?
For almost 15 years already.
15 years.
Yes.
So you've seen a lot.
Yes.
Okay. But you don't just do this, or you also interpret.
I mean, I'm a versatile person.
Mhm.
I like to improve my personality, so I do translating, I do administration work, I shoot several videos on socials, I like so much them, and I also sing, perform the show.
So you manage to do all that.
Yes.
You manage to sing at the social.
Yes.
You manage to videotape.
Yes.
So tell me, because you've been working this so long,
Mm.
all right, what do you see guys? Where do you see them go wrong when they're meeting Ukrainian women? What kind of things do they do that's not correct?
I think they're coming here to Ukraine. It's another country. We've got another traditions.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they should check in advance some specifically Russian traditions, like to give some flowers, to give more attention, because Slavic women are like more womanish, they're sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
they want to be cared. I've heard that American women are more like materialistic. And here in
Some are,
Ukraine,
yes.
we need more those feelings, some chemistry, some tick, So maybe they should check some traditions and be more attentive to women. And once more, they should take care about their appearance, because here,
Right.
women here, they're cared, they look perfect at work, during parties and evenings, So they should take care about the appearance, the look, the wearing, the clothing, everything.
Right. Yes, I noticed that. I noticed that, like last night's social.
Mm-hmm.
Some,
Girls were just brilliant.
yes, they were dressed very nicely, and they take their time to get ready.
Sure.
I try to tell the men, wear a nice, nice button-up, long-sleeve shirt.
At least
Slacks.
iron. At
At
least
least iron
iron.
it.
Oh.
Yes. Some, unfortunately, some things happen. I know it happens. But I am told that the one thing that the women take most attention of is their men's shoes. Why is that?
And the nails.
And their nails.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because, it's the details, those small details.
Right.
You only have one chance to impress.
The first impression.
Yes. So those details, I think, the most important.
Right.
So you should care the hair,
Mm-hmm.
ears, nose, nails, shoes, like t-shirt or something. Let it be not a how to say garment, yes, but just a t-shirt, but it should be clean and
Right.
ironed.
How do you feel about age difference?
I think that this problem exists. At least if somebody if a girl, for example, tells like, yes, I'm 21, but I'm ready to get married to a, let's say, 70 years old or even older. I think
Not
she is
very
not
realistic.
sincere, yes. I think that both men and women should have realistic choices. Like, they should be ready to all those problems, because they will have them after the marriage.
Right.
Actually,
Because you still have to talk. And a
yes,
60-year-old man cannot...
human need talk, need all those sex life, but still, it's a part of marriage. It should exist. I won't believe such a woman if she talks like that. So I think both men and women should have more realistic choices. Like, men should understand that women wish to have kids. So maybe they should...
Especially when they're that young.
Sure. So maybe they should choose somebody older.
Some people think, 10 years. Some people think 15. Some people think no more than 20 years, because you're getting over another generation then.
Talking about the difference between 20s and 30s.
Different mentality.
Different. But talking about 50 and 60, I think like no difference.
No difference at all.
Yes. So I don't believe in relationship for more than 20 years difference, especially talking about 20 and 40.
Right.
But 40 and 60 it can be, because as I've noticed, American, yes, like, so it's American men, they care of the health, they look good, and even in 60s they look pretty good and they're still
Right.
healthy and strong and can work and everything. So talking about the difference between 40s and 50s and 60s, I don't think it's a problem. But
Okay.
younger, maybe.
It's going to probably start getting.
Yes, should
Yes, because
consider.
a 40-year-old does not think the same as a 20-year-old.
Sure,
Definitely not.
sure.
Okay. Let me ask you this:
Mm.
if you can tell these guys how they should prepare before they even get on the plane to come over here, what should they be doing? How should they prepare?
At least know some words in Russian, like hello, здравствуйте, goodbye, до свидания. At least something, because here in this will be pleased. Oh, they prepared. At least
Right.
this. Getting some traditions I've said before, like for example, I don't know how to say cheers, let's say in Russian or Ukrainian, yes? Before getting here to Ukraine, attending social party, man should clear know what kind of woman he's looking for.
Exactly.
I mean, even put on the list, I want blonde or brunette, the height, weight, everything, so that not to spend, not to waste time and money, of course, it's always about money, on some unrealistic choices, dates or something. You know the goal, and you go to it.
Because there's so many women at these socials.
Yes, and they're looking brilliant. They're smiling. They're charming. Your head is dizzy. It's getting dizzy, like. So you should know, get in ahead, and just see their special.
Focus.
Okay, and fail maybe, because somebody believes in that chemistry, like that click somewhere in the head and the heart. So, but still, you should be aware of your ideal woman, your dream woman, and find it easily.
Exactly. No, I totally agree, because like you say, you can waste so much time. You're talking 250, 300 women at these social events.
Yes, and still, you definitely those men coming here to Ukraine, they at least texted with women for some time, let it be, and still texting and meeting.
Two different things.
Yes, they differ.
Yes, yes. So true. Well, I thank you for that. There's some good advice.
I hope so.
Yes, it was.
I wish everybody luck. I wish everybody to meet that special person you deserve. And be happy, create happy families, just peace, love each other. Wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was Marina. Yeah, some really good advice there, guys.
Yes,
Real good advice.
Beautiful girl, beautiful advices. So.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry she's married.
Oh.
So,
we're happy for her.
anyway, we're going to get back to some questions, because we're falling behind here. Oh, that's a good one. That one's for you. How do I handle meeting ladies' family if I don't drink and I am offered a drink?
Guys, in my opinion, they'll be happy. They'll be absolutely happy that you're not drinking, because that's a big issue there in Ukraine and Russia, that guys drinking a lot. So I think they'll be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so
no
too.
doubt in my mind. So Mark, you'll be fine.
Yep. From Bill, do you guys plan on doing any group tours to Russia in the near future? No, Bill, I'm sorry. There is still an office there. Still an office there, so you're still able to go there, but no group tours are planned for the future.
So from David, if we want to stay in China after tour for a couple weeks, will we still be able to work with the office about local logistics?
Yes, of course you're still able to work with the office. Office is still open. I don't know if it's open on the weekend though. Is it open on the weekend? Do you know?
Not sure, but you know, you can call us tomorrow,
you can call here
and
the
we
office.
can talk with you about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So from Brian, is there a limit to putting a deposit down for the socials?
There's a minimum, right? Isn't there a
Yes,
minimum?
it's about $500.
I think it's $475.
$475.
Yeah.
Let's go on.
Moving right along, moving right along.
Okay, from Jeffrey, are there mature women in my age group? Jeffrey, how old are you?
Yeah.
Do you know
Jeff.
Jeffrey?
I don't know. Jeff, how old are you? You got to
Yeah,
let us
Jeffrey,
know.
let us know. So, oh, 1 second. Just to go down.
Yeah,
Okay.
right here. You can read that one. I'll read the next
From
one.
Jonathan, how does the social in China work? Never see any videos more than just small clips of talking. Is there dancing or other things? No, that's more like speed dating, right? It's like they're
Yeah.
sitting at the tables.
They actually they do their format a little bit differently because the guys will go from table to table
Here's
to
a
table.
clip, yeah, from China.
Oh, here we go.
They just, yeah, they're going to sit on table and you guys just go and talk to them. And I don't think it's any dancing or drinks, so that's a little bit different, but still nice. Look at that beautiful ladies there. Yeah, it's more like go from table to table.
Excuse me. Sorry. From Terry. Joe, I'm very confident around women. Good man. No reason not to be. I can't imagine it being any different around the women in Ukraine. How are confident men received? They're received very well. They'll notice that about you, Terry. They really will. They'll see that you are, as they put it, a real man who will, who can actually go up, take charge, and be confident in all aspects. Talking to women, and then it's not so much to Terry about, talking to women. It's about what subject how you talk to them. Because I see lots of guys who will go up to women with no trouble at all, but they'll conduct their meeting like they're conducting an interview, and it's very awkward looking. You don't want to do that, you guys. You just want to talk to them.
Yeah,
Like I'm
just be
talking to
yourself.
Dina
And
right now,
yeah,
right?
just be yourself. And if you're a little shy, nothing wrong with that. So girl
No.
will, it's meant to be that girl come to you and she'll talk to you,
Yes,
And,
and you nailed it right there,
And
Dina.
when you see how friendly they are and they're really nice, and
They'll break the ice
Well,
for you.
yeah.
They will ask you about about your life. Where do you live? What kind of job do you
Yes.
do? What about your family?
yes.
But make sure it's not just about you. Okay, ask her too about her family, where she's from. What's her favorite time of the year?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. What's your favorite time of the year?
Summer. I live in Arizona. Come on.
Really? And it's your favorite time of the year?
Yes.
Geez, it's mine
Yes.
worse. From Chuck, for the upcoming November Ukraine tour, what will the weather be like? Sub-freezing, really cold with snow, or just fall cold like New York City? Chuck, I have no idea.
I
have
can
no-
tell you it's going to be freezing
It's
and
going to
really
be cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
This last trip, Chuck, I'll give you an example, okay? Being here from Arizona, I don't own a jacket.
Oh, God.
I don't have any use for a jacket. So anyway, I don't own a jacket, and the first few days the weather was nice, but then the nights started getting a little bit cold. So I finally had to go and get a jacket. But I'm told now, because I still talk to a lot of people over there, the weather's turning a little cold, and I would suspect that November would be
Yes, take a
pretty
heavy
chilly.
jacket. November going
Yeah.
to be cold in Kiev. Odessa maybe a little bit warmer, but not so much. So take a heavy jacket with you. Not really bad, but some coat or jacket you should take with you. From John, how many women attend these parties for? Oops, sorry guys, it just
Yeah, he
went
says
down.
that the room
We have a
looks
lot
full.
of questions.
Yeah, right here. It
Okay.
looks pretty full. Are they all members of the website? Not all of them. Some of the women are.
Come from
That's
the street?
they're brand new members. They could be friends of a member who decided they wanted to check it out and go. So we do get quite a few members, women who are already on the site, but we also get a lot of new members. Every single social is like that. We'll get a lot of women who this is the first time they've been to a social as well.
A lot of girls, guys, a lot.
Yes.
And they're complaining about it. We don't have so many guys. So you should, really think about it. A lot of girls we
Right.
have.
That last clip that you just saw, that was Nikolaev. That was a new room, a new, this right here.
Oh.
It's a new venue. First time we've used it, it was fantastic. It was right on the water, had a beachfront
Wow,
and everything.
beautiful.
It was a very nice setting. And the room itself was set up perfectly for socials, perfect. The guys can stand on one end of the room and just look and see every table. And as you can see right there.
Wow, that's amazing.
And yeah, very well situated. There was about 240, 250 women at that social. So
So how about music? Is it not too loud to talk to the girls? It's okay? Or
No,
can you find a spot where
what
you
we
can-
do is in the socials, every social's like this. First 2 hours, the music is down low, very, very low. And the reason for that is so you guys can, talk without having to scream across the table at the girl.
Yeah, it's not like nightclub, so it's
No.
more like for you guys to
Yes.
talk, introduce each other.
Exactly.
And then the end, right? At the end.
The
then-
last 2 hours, yeah, we got to keep the women there. We got to keep them happy. That's why we got to put the music back up, okay? And that's just so the women can get up there and dance. Because remember, guys, there's 30, 40 guys there. There's 250 women.
Yes, exactly, guys.
Some of these women are not even going to get a chance to talk to a guy.
Yes.
So we got to keep them happy. And the way we keep them happy is right there. They love to dance. So put your dancing shoes on.
From Neil, is there a Skype address to chat to your Phoenix office? New Zealand to Kiev, 32 hours, a very long day. I still need the visa things, so not sure if AFA can help, or do I do it all from here? Cheers, Neil.
Is there a Skype address to chat with the Phoenix office?
We can chat, yeah. Just
Yeah.
give us a call tomorrow. We can, if you absolutely need to chat with us, we can set it up and we can do it. Yeah.
I'm sure Dina here would like to do that.
Absolutely, I will.
Yeah.
I'm doing some phone translation here at the office, and some guys want to Skype, and we'll do that too. So if you want to talk to, I'm not sure if you want to talk to us on the Skype or you want to talk to the girl through Skype, that all possible. So give us a call tomorrow. We can talk about it.
Yep. And, look at this. This is a good question from Jorge.
All
Jorge,
right.
Mr. Joe, have you had any problems with non-European complexion in Ukraine?
What does that mean?
Color of my skin. Come on, you
Aw.
couldn't get that. Jorge, no more than the troubles I have here. Sure, I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
Joe
okay?
is very popular there. I heard about it. So, guys.
What have you heard? I want to know. But no,
tell you later.
I don't care what color you are, Jorge. Okay, not every girl's gonna like you, and you're not gonna like every girl, and it's not gonna be because of the color of your skin. Okay, that phrase, different strokes for different folks. It goes over there as well. But no, I have absolutely had no trouble in Ukraine. I want to make that clear. Absolutely none. I walk down the streets late at night, after a date, going back to the hotel. I'll pass people all the time. Nobody says anything to me. Okay? So if you have heard about stories like that, I I would like to actually talk to the people because I'd like to know what was going on for them to be, you know, harassed like that. But no, you won't have any trouble at all. In fact, on this last tour, we had three guys, same complexion as myself, and they all did really well. You know, we had Manuel, we had Joe, we had Jose, and all of them did very well. So, yeah, I have no problems with saying
Yes,
that.
Jorge, right? Jorge?
Yeah.
Yes, no matter what color is your skin, that's not about that. It's about your personality, how nice you are, how, you know, fun, you know. If you have all of those, it doesn't matter what color your skin, really. Girls all looking for a nice guy. So to build the relationship with, it doesn't matter what color of your skin, really.
No.
Yes. So from
Sebastian. Is Marina taking?
Unfortunately,
Yes.
we've been talking
Sebastian,
about
yeah,
that.
she's married. I met her husband. Nice guy. She has a child with him. So yeah, sorry. Trust me, you're not the first to ask. So.
From Jason, what approach do you suggest for meeting ladies that are not near a tour city?
Oh, okay. Well, there's a couple of different things you can do there, Jason, okay? And it happens every tour. All right, it's a good question. You know, some guys opt for the option of bringing the girl to, like, let's say they're in Kiev, and the city that she's in is close to Kiev. So he'll bring her to Kiev. You know, I only recommend that if you've been writing to, you know, a girl for a while and you think you have a great connection with her, and you definitely, you have to meet this girl. I would then say, yeah, then go ahead. You know, bring her to because you still have the support of the office and all, you know, and the tour, when you bring the woman to the city, to us, to you. When you can go to her city. Guys have done that as well. You know, we try to give you as much support as possible, but of course, you know, not every element is in our control. So we kind of don't like that, especially when the tour's going on. So yeah, so you can do one of those two things. But just remember, Jason, okay, if you bring the girl to, like, if you're going to bring her to Kiev, I look at it kind of like, you know, bringing, you know, sand to the beach.
Yeah.
You now, you know, if you're going to try to date any more women, it's going to be out of the question, because you're going to have to spend time with this girl. You're going to have to pay all the expenses, her transportation, her hotel.
At least you have to spend like 2 days because she's from far away. She'll have to stay overnight. And
right. My advice, you know, hey, if there's somebody like that, then so be it. There's nothing you can do. The heart wants what the heart wants. But if you can, and I say this to all the guys, if you can, write to girls, you know, or be interested in girls in the cities where the tour is going to. Makes it easier. That's the only advice I can give you.
Yes. Just let us know ahead, like maybe 1 week before you go on a tour. Send us your list, and we can try to schedule your meeting with them if they're from same city.
Right. Yeah. And the list that Dina is actually talking about is for clients who have signed up for the tour. They get to send in a list of women they would like to meet, possibly one-on-one or possibly at the social.
Yes.
So what we ask guys to do is, okay, if you're going on a 2-city tour, Kiev, Kharkov, send in 10, maximum 15 profiles.
I think no more than 10 because it's really no time probably to meet so
yeah, it's
many
hard.
girls.
And what happens with that list is they'll send it to that office and they'll contact those women to see if they're interested in meeting you. Number one, if they are they interested in meeting you at the social or meeting you one-on-one? So, what's next?
Well, Mike, don't know why people are going after the 20-year-olds on the tours. The women of upper 20s and 30s in all the countries AFA goes are more beautiful and way more genuine than the 20-year-old. There or any of the women age in USA should go and observe the ladies before making a decision or needing to chase the young ones.
It's pretty good advice, Mike.
That's what we're talking about.
It is.
Really.
It is. There is no need, you know, to be going after, you know, someone so young, so much younger than you, I should say. You know, keep it real, guys. That's all. I mean, I just did my 25th trip over there, my 25th tour, and as much as we stress to guys, you know, be realistic, you know, stay within that 20 years. We'll still have those couple of guys who think, no, I can stray and get this 20-year-old, and you know, so yeah. Great advice, Mike. Great advice.
All right, from Tom, how many times have you seen a man succeed on a tour with finding his wife?
Mike, that is like, you might as well ask me, what is the meaning of life? I can't answer it. You know, I see it on my tours, okay, but I'm not the only tour leader. There's other tour leaders that have seen success on their tours. It happens all the time. You know, it really does. You know, Dave's story is a great story, but these stories happen all the time. You know, and it just doesn't happen just to Americans. It's happening.
Yes.
I see it happening to Europeans, Canadians, Australians. My buddy, you know, I have two friends in Australia, Ross and Frank, both found their wives, you know, on tours. So, yeah, to answer that, it's impossible. You know, now, it's easier for me to say, I see a lot of guys succeed on tours. You know, like this last tour, I see a lot of guys who are being very successful. They've met 2-3 ladies that they're, you know, that they're pursuing. You know what I mean? You know, but to find, you know, they found their wife. It's impossible to say.
Yes,
you know?
I think it depends. I mean, you can meet your soulmate anywhere.
Yes.
You know? But on the social, it's just more opportunities, more girls there. So it's like more chance. Because I met my husband not on a tour. He went there in St. Petersburg to meet other girl, and I was just like, I don't
Do you
want to
keep
say
on
that again.
Do you keep on reminding him of that?
And he's so thankful.
Is he thankful?
Yes.
I can understand that.
So he didn't go on a tour, and he met me there in an individual introduction. So, and so many examples of those two. So, but I think on a tour is a more on social, more opportunities to meet your soulmate.
And I'll give you another example. I'll tell you something else. You know, I've heard guys sometimes say, "Oh, I can't find anyone in this social. You know, I can't find anyone." And I'll ask them, "Really? You spoke to all 250 women?" Well, no, because I'll explain to them, like when I come back with all the video, and I'm watching it, I always say to myself, "She was there at that social. I never even noticed her.
Yeah.
I wish I had." Okay. And also one more thing about, you know, about finding a wife on the tour. You know, people ask that of John all the time, and John doesn't know. In fact, there's times when I tell John, "Hey, by the way, so-and-so is getting married." And he'll go, "Really? Nobody told me." A lot of guys don't tell us that they're getting married. So we can't force them to. So what else is next?
All right. From Tom.
From
Again,
Tom.
it's for you, Joe.
Oh, is it? Joe, you didn't answer the man's questions. I understand the situation in Eastern Ukraine. What is the best way to meet up with a person, with a woman in Mariupol? How will the AFA assist us? P.S. Please do not cut Dina off when she is in the middle of telling her. Okay. Sorry, Dina. Did I cut you off?
Yes.
Did I?
It's
I
okay.
apologize.
Forgive.
All right. Hey,
Thank you, Tom.
Hey, Tom, like I was saying, we don't recommend the guy going to Mariupol, okay? I wouldn't recommend that, okay? It's too close to the action. But if you really want to meet a woman from Mariupol, the only other way to do it is to bring her to a closer city, a city that's not, so close to the action. And being in Mariupol, I would say it would be like Dnipro, Zaporozhye, that sort of thing.
So he can go with you on a tour in April, and you
Yeah, we
make
go to-
everything
Mm-hmm.
possible, and Tom can meet his girl from Mariupol.
Yeah,
Right?
we go to Dnipro and Zaporozhye, and they're closer to Mariupol, but so isn't Kherson. Kherson's a little bit closer. But if you're up in Kiev or Kharkov, it's too far away.
Yeah. So probably it's going to be so much trouble for her to go to Kiev and Kharkov, and easier to go to Dnipro. So.
Yes, most
Yes.
definitely.
From Steve, do you find that non-religious men have trouble dating Ukrainian women?
This is yours.
I think
How do you
there are
feel about it?
absolutely no troubles. They're not so religious. I don't know who told you they're religious, really. No, they're not at all.
Christian Orthodox,
So
right?
they're Christian Orthodox too, but they're not like going to church every Sunday. No, absolutely not. They believe, but they're not very religious. So you'll have no problem to date them. I heard Filipino girls are more religious. I mean, from all Russian, Eastern European, Latinas, and Filipinos. I think Filipinos more religious.
Catholic.
No, they're Christians.
Are
too.
they Christian? I thought they were Catholic. Okay. From
From
Ben.
Ben.
Oh, he's.
Dina, are men expected to provide financial support to their wife's family? If so, how often and how much?
Again, another question that's tough to answer.
Yeah, that's tough. It's up to you, really. You
Depends on
have
the
to
family.
support your wife for sure, and embassy will check your income. So it has to be certain amount to support, because you're going to be her sponsor and you're going to support her. You guys need to think about it. You're going to be her sponsor, and you have to think about health insurance, because that's a lot of money here. So, but about family, if you wish to, that's of course it's nice, and they're not very rich there. So it would be nice to support their family, but it's not necessary. You have to talk about that with your future wife. So
Yeah.
what you're going to do.
I've seen it.
And later, probably she will start working a little bit here and there, and she will make much more money than she could make there in Ukraine. So and she can help her family, but it's really up to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to ask, oh, let's send my family like monthly support. That's probably not going to be like that.
I'm dying to hear the
So-
answer for this one.
Richard, question for Dina. Do you have any single lady friends still in Ukraine?
Do you have any friends in Ukraine?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not from Ukraine. I'm from Russia.
Yes.
And, my friends all married now, so I'm sorry. Do you? Do you have any
Oh, I have plenty.
friends?
Yes. From Charles, do you think the women have difficulty coming to the U.S. as far as fear of the men getting mad at them and breaking off the relationship during the 90-day fiancé visa? I would think they have all sorts of fears, Charles. Think about it. You're uprooting, you're moving yourself and possibly a child to another country. A lot of uncertainty going on there, but it's up to you to make them feel secure. It's up to you to make them feel safe. Hopefully they've seen all sides of you. Whether or not you do get
Bad
angry,
or
really
good?
bad or good.
That's why they give you 90 days off. Then you can see all the sides and see man in his habitat. How you go, right? In
His habitat, yes.
Habitat.
Yes.
In his and finally for her decide if she want to stay here, she can live here.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, that's why it's 90 days.
Right. And and again, I say it's all up to the guy, you know, how he makes her feel.
And the girl too, you know.
Yep. Which countries require a visa to visit for socials? That, I think there's
None?
China, Russia, yeah. China and
We don't
Russia are
have
the only two.
social in Russia.
Yeah, but to go there to meet someone, yeah.
Yes, if
But
you go
definitely
individual
China. For
introduction,
socials, China.
Yeah, for socials, only China. All right, from Sebastian again. Question for Dina. How did you occupy your days when you first arrived to America?
Good question, Sebastian.
Well, we've been traveling. My husband showed me all that places, beautiful places. So we in Arizona, so we went to Vegas, we went to California. It was beautiful. So mostly we travel a lot. So then we shopping. I shop a lot.
For 90 days you did all
So-
that?
No, and then we got married like next month. So I was really, you know, occupied.
Wow, you didn't even wait 90 days. You waited
No,
30?
no, it was 30 days.
30
Yeah,
days, wow.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So I was pretty occupied, all the new things, excitement, you know. I like it right away, so I was not going back, so I keep myself busy. So,
All right. No, that was a great question.
yeah,
Really
I
good
think
question.
traveling will be nice because actually we got married and like in 30 days, as I said, and then I had a baby in 9 months. So I was
Did you
pretty
really?
occupied. Yes,
Wow.
that's
Didn't wait any time at all, did you?
No.
Don't waste any
No.
time. All right.
we
Mark.
were ready. We've been waiting for each other. I've been waiting for him for what? I was 26, he was 33, or so.
Oh, okay.
We were ready for the
Yeah.
baby. And
We have a couple more here. Then we're going to watch another video. Mark says, I'm a 40-year-old from the East Coast. Is it realistic for me to have an age range from the late 20s to late 30s? It is very realistic, Mark. That's a great age range for you, being 40 years old. I hate you. No, yeah, way within the 20 years, you'd be solid.
yes.
Yeah, very good.
You will have success in any country with that age.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, guys, we, you know, the tour that I just did was in Kiev, Kharkov, Odessa, Nikolaev. We had one guy on the tour, Marco. Marco did both tours. Yes, you can do both tours. And Marco was nice enough to give me a quick testimonial. So we're going to take a quick look at that, and then we'll come back and answer a couple more questions before we wrap up. How are you doing today, Marco?
Joe, I'm doing just fine.
Good, good. So, Marco, here we are in beautiful Odessa, and we're 2 days away from the tour ending. Tell me, what do you think?
I think this has been a wonderful experience, and I've been introduced to some amazingly wonderful women, and I have nobody but a foreign affair to thank for this experience. And I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad I completed the tour. I have had a wonderful social experience that will last me for many years and have good positive implications to my personal life. Mm-hmm. And I thank a foreign affair wholeheartedly for everything they've done.
You've been on a tour before.
Yes, I have. I was on a tour quite some time ago, and the reason I joined that tour was because I was having a difficult time finding a good quality partner in my home country. And I even acquired the services of some domestic introduction agencies, and they just didn't meet my desires and didn't satisfy me. And I thought I had paid them much more than what I received for what I paid out. And I got frustrated, so I went back to the internet and started looking around, and I came across a foreign affairs website. And I thought all those women posted on their website were paid-for models. I was very skeptical of it, and I didn't believe it was real.
So I got on the phone and I called the Foreign Affairs office in Phoenix, Arizona, and John Adams answered the phone. And he told me his story about how he met his wife in St. Petersburg, Russia, and that the tour, he had a tour coming up in February that was going to go to St. Petersburg, Russia, and he told me the socials that they were going to organize, and he reassured me that the women that were profiled on his website and his database were not paid-for models. So I took a chance, and I signed up and went to St. Petersburg, Russia, and I was just completely amazed at the quality of service that a Foreign Affairs delivered.
And that was 10 years ago.
That was over 10 years ago.
Over 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was when a Foreign Affairs was going to Russia, and I just had a fabulous social experience. And I came to the realization that all those women on that Foreign Affairs website are not paid-for models. They are real women who are looking for a quality spouse that they can call their husband.
So what made you do this again?
I had a lot of personal activity going on in my life. I was moving across the country. I bought property in a new city. I went back to graduate school and got a graduate degree. I had a lot of personal things in my life that were taking up a lot of time. And I kind of had it in the back of my mind, hey, you know, when you want to get serious, you're going to have to go back with a foreign affair back to the former Soviet Union and find a quality spouse. And so I did. When I finished my graduate studies and got my personal life stabilized, I went right back to a foreign affair, and here I am on the dual city tour. I've been to 4 cities. I went to Kiev, and then I went to Kharkov with the tour. The tour then took me back to Kiev for 3 or 4 days, and then we went down to Odessa, where a foreign affair introduced me to many wonderful women, and then they took us to Nikolaev, where they had a fantastic social, probably the most well-organized social I've ever been a part of. The venue was outstanding. It was at a beautiful hotel right on the beach, and we walked into the room, and there are all the tables with all the women that were looking for spouses, and the gentlemen came in, and they just had fabulous opportunity to meet literally 200 or 300 women over the course of the evening, and it was perfect venue for it.
Yeah, we had different venues for Odessa and Nikolaev and those for those socials. So now we're coming to an end. So did you meet anybody?
I have met really outstanding women, wonderful women in all 4 of those cities, and it's very difficult because they're all so wonderful to find out which one is going to be Mrs. Right for me.
Yeah.
And so I've got some homework to do.
Yeah.
But I go from having very limited opportunity to now having a wealth of opportunity.
Right.
And I'm so grateful to a foreign affair for having done this for me. And it's going to have a dramatic impact on
Yes,
the quality
it
of
is.
my life. And I can't thank a foreign affair enough for it.
So Marco, there's a lot of guys watching you right now. If you could give them any bit of advice, what would it be?
Pick up and get on the phone and call a foreign affair in Phoenix and talk to them. And take it to heart that what they're delivering is a quality service, and that the women posted on their website are not paid-for models. They are in fact real women who are looking for a quality spouse. And I would encourage you to make an investment that will change your life for the better and provide you with a wonderful, wonderful social experience to find that quality spouse that you've always been looking for. Don't be skeptical, don't be afraid, and live it to the fullest. And come on and join the tour and have a magnificent time, just the way I've had, and just the way many of my associates here looking for a quality spouse have had. It's been a wonderful experience, and it's been completely legitimate, and I will always be thankful for Foreign Affair for everything they've done. Thanks, Joe.
No, thank you, Marco. Yeah, that was Marco. Marco was a great guy, really good guy. Guys, we're almost coming to the end here, so we're going to read a couple of more questions, and then we're going to have to wrap it up. Let's see. Oh, Tom. Tom, hey, yeah, Tom. I met Tom last month in Kiev for the social, and he would like to compare notes with some other guys. Guys, if you have any questions at all, or you want to talk to me directly, I'm going to give you my email address. Okay, email me, and tell me what you want to talk about. Send your phone number, and I'll give you a call. I don't want to put my phone number out over YouTube. My email address is JL for Joe Lover. No, Joe L. Then GREG, Greg. So JL Greg, the number 4 at gmail.com. Okay, so it's JL Greg 4 at gmail.com. That's if you want to, if you want me to call you, if you have any questions, Tom, shoot me an email and I'll give you a call, and I'll see if I can hook you up with some of the other guys so you can compare notes. Dina,
all right,
you want to
let's do one more question.
Okay.
And Mike, Joe, Dina, you two are great. Thank you, Mike, so much.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Thanks for all your advice. I'm planning on a trip to China, and after the socials, my understanding is direct communication is allowed. How would an American communicate with Chinese women? Text messages, email, web chat, I think. Thanks for your help. So absolutely, yes, after you meet the woman, she'll sign your info form, and then you will have her email address, and she will have your email address, and you guys can communicate.
Do they have Viber and
phone numbers, everything. China have everything too,
Yeah,
so
they
they
do.
can chat, email, Viber, so many things to use now.
Yeah.
When I met my husband, we just write emails, and that's it. Yeah, nothing, no phone calls. That's
and then
it
you had
now.
to translate it yourself.
Translated, yeah, and everything. Now in the Viber, you actually send your message, and it will translate to
Right. Yeah.
Chinese, English, wherever you want, guys.
Yeah, Viber
it's
is
so
great.
much easier now. Skype, Viber, everything. So everything for you. Just go there, but you have to meet the girl in person. No matter how many letters you write, you have to go there and meet her. It should be different, right?
You can't get chemistry. You can't get a feeling from a letter. Any emails, letters can be misconstrued very easily. Yeah, Dina. Dina's right, guys. You got to get up. You got to get over there. You deserve a vacation anyway, right? Go on vacation.
Yes, go with open mind, if
Yes.
you meet somebody, fine. If not, you can go again, and next time you'll be, more confident probably. And at least you will go see a great city, Kiev, very old city, and a lot of history in there. So beautiful place just to go there.
Right. Or China.
And beautiful girls. Beautiful
Or China.
City.
Or
China.
Or Peru. Or Colombia.
The vacation.
Right.
Vacation
Philippines.
city.
Any one of the destinations that a foreign affair goes to. Well, Dina, it was great. Even though I kept on interrupting
It's
you, I
okay.
guess, according to somebody.
It's okay.
Like I was saying at the beginning of the show, guys, Dave and Nina's story, being as incredible as it is, it's not unique. It does happen. It happens to a lot of guys. It's just that I was lucky enough to capture this, this interview, and it was a great interview. It really was. So we're going to close it out. We're going to close the show. We're going to actually close the show with Dave and Nina's a quick snippet again of their interview.
Such a nice story.
Yes. And if you do want to look at the entire interview, you can go to any woman's profile, and there'll be a link there. You can actually click on and watch the whole interview. You got to do that. Do yourself a favor and watch it. It's great. It really is. But thanks for watching, guys, and hope to see you next week or next time.
Thank you, guys. Good night.
Your story Probably one of the most interesting stories a foreign affair has ever experienced.
Well, you know, it definitely isn't what I expected. Even with my wife, we would just see these people from all over the world that are willing to change their life, never thinking that someday I'm going to actually go on a tour, you know,
Right.
because she wouldn't be with me anymore. But ultimately, she passed away from cancer 5 months after my daughter passed away from cancer. To put it mildly, was pretty devastated. I didn't want to do anything. I remember telling my children that I really just didn't care anymore. About a year later, my daughter came home and said that I need to get up out of the chair and go someplace. She goes, you know, take a trip, travel, go do something. I mean, I could just go to travel and well, be a tourist. And at the same time, maybe, you know, interact with some people again. To coin a phrase, get out there. I looked at the site, I saw there was a tour coming up and said, why not? I booked the tour right away, joined the site, and it was great. Then we came to social in Kiev. I mean, I had 23-year-olds coming up to me, beautiful women, don't get me wrong. I mean, oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. You know, I wasn't really interested in dating or anything, but you know, it was somewhat uncomfortable for me because that wasn't really what I was there for. I was not interested in going to another social. So you kept telling, no, just go, just go. When it came time to go to the social, I wandered on over to the club. And I walked in, and I'll never forget it. There was this woman sitting at the corner of a dance floor in the booth, sitting on the end. And I felt like a 15-year-old boy in high school that had a crush on some girl. I hate to say cliches, but I mean, stopped me in my tracks. And then I remember saying, look at her eyes. She's going through something like what I've gone through. It was like my wife and God brought us together. I knew what was happening in her life before I even said hello to her. I just had this uncontrollable feeling for her that if I can do anything in my life to make this woman happy, that's what I want to do.
I'm here with Nathan. Nathan, how you doing?
Doing good, how are you?
Good, good. I'm doing real good. So, Nathan, tour's coming to an end. Tell me, what was your expectation?